Hello friends, I am Dr. Pranav Hoche. I am Assistant Professor from Department of English at Nutan Vidya Prasarak Mandals, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Lasargaon. In yesterday's session, we discussed some multiple choice questions based on FIBA optional English, prose and poetry. Friends, our today's video will discuss multiple choice questions based on FIBA optional English, in which we will see language study as well as prose and poetry. Remember friends, again I remind you that this video or these MCQs are for practice. You must read your textbook for the preparation of your examination as well. So let's begin the discussion. The first question is, what does phonology refer to? The options are the study of spoken sounds of one particular language, the study of written words of a particular language, the study of human language in general. We know friends that phonology means or phonology refers to the study of spoken sounds of one particular language. So we say phonology of Hindi when we are talking about consonants and vowels or phonemes of Hindi, or we say phonology of English or phonology of Marathi. Therefore, it means the study of spoken sounds of one particular language. Now the next question is, what is phonetics? Options are the study of words in a particular language, the study of sounds of a particular language, the study of sounds of human language in general. So the option C is correct, the study of sounds of human language in general. So phonetics does not refer to one particular language, study of speech sounds of one particular language like phonology, but opposite to it, it is the study of sounds of human language in general. How many letters are there in English alphabets? Very simple question. You may feel it quite childish sometimes, but at the time of exam, it may confuse you. So, obviously, there are 26 letters, not 24 or 44 letters in English alphabet. Okay. Next question is, how many speech sounds, which are also called phonemes? It may come as speech sounds, or the phoneme as a term might be used. How many speech sounds or phonemes are there in English? 44 or 50 or 26. So there are total 44 speech sounds, total speech sounds or total phonemes, including consonants and vowels in English. What is the total number of vowels in English? 15, 20 or 22? The total number of vowels in English is 20, which include pure vowels as well as diphthongs. How many pure vowels are there in English? Now we have seen the difference between pure vowel and diphthongs, right? So the options are 18, 24 or 12. There are 12 pure vowels in English. What is the number of diphthongs in English? Diphthongs are also called vowel glides. Please remember, right? So are they 10 or 14 or is the number 8? So there are total 8 diphthongs in English, okay, or English phonological system. How many consonant sounds are there in English? Options are 28, 24 or 36. The correct option is 24. There are 24 consonant sounds in English. Now there are certain practical questions. Please remember, they are only sample questions, they are only practice questions. There can be any word asked based on the sounds of English. Okay. So practice all the sounds of English very well. So the vowel sound in sheep is, see, how did I read the word? Sheep. And there are three options. E, I or A. So there is vowel sound E. We pronounce sheep as sheep. We don't say ship. Right? So long E is there. The vowel sound in pick is, you might have guessed by now. Is it I? No. It is E, longer E? No. But it is short E. The pronunciation of pick is pick. So short E is there. Now the vowel sound in kite. See, how do you pronounce it? Kite. It is I, because you pronounce it as kite. It is not a, it is not oi. You obviously don't say quite, right? But you say kite. So it is a diphthong sound, to be specific, which comes into the set of vowels, right? Though it is not a pure vowel. The vowel sound in oil is, whether it is O or oi or O. So we know that the vowel sound or the diphthong is oi. The vowel sound in calm is, or see, instead of the vowel sound in particular word, they may ask that identify the vowel in this particular word, and they will give you options. Okay. The vowel sound in calm is a or a or I. So the answer is a. We pronounce calm, right? Calm. I'm sorry. Then the word that starts with the word that, see, this is italicized, the word that starts with dash consonant sound. So what is the beginning of that? Which consonant sound comes at the beginning of that? The initial stage, whether it is t, d or the, it is the. Please remember the symbol of that. Okay, symbol of the. Okay. Next question is, the CV structure of food is. Please remember, the CV structure is consonant vowel structure. So as a rough work, you can do the rough work. Okay, so read the instructions of carefully for online exam, and on white paper you can do the rough work for this particular question. So food is CV structure, consonant vowel structure for the word food is CCV, CVC or VCV, means consonant vowel, or consonant vowel consonant, or vowel consonant vowel. The correct answer is consonant B, consonant vowel consonant. How? F, U, D. F, long U and D. That's why C consonant, V and again consonant. The CV structure of the word approach is, carefully see the word. Please remember, when there are double letters or repeated letters, it does not mean that there will be two consonants, or if there are two vowels, it does not mean there will be two separate vowels. Okay. Now, approach, whether it is VCCVC or CCVVC or vowel consonant consonant. If you see this word careful, it starts with vowel. Then there is P. It is not purple, but it is P, double P, P, A, P, R, O, and ch, approach. Okay, so vowel a, p, consonant, r, consonant, au, vowel, and ch is again consonant. So this is the correct answer, V, C, C, V, C. Next is phoneme belongs to dash system of language. Whether phoneme belongs to morphological system, or it belongs to phonological or the sound system of language, or does it belong to the semantic, that is meaning system of the language, meaning relative system of the language. The correct answer is phoneme belongs to the phonological or sound system of language. Friends, we have studied minimal pairs. So what is a minimal pair? It is a pair of words. Again, we will see the question first. Minimal pair differs in dash sound segment. The options are 4 sound segments, or 2 sound segments, or 1 sound segment. Please remember, minimal pair is a pair of words which differ only in one sound segment. Okay, for example, put and but. So only p and b differs. Cag and tag. Okay, words like these. Or two words, cut and butt. Only k and b they differ. Other sound segments are similar. Only one sound segment differs, that is the initial consonant. Next question is, which sound does letter A represent in B-U-R-Y? In the word B-U-R-Y, which sound does letter A represent in B-U-R-Y? Sorry for the wrong question. The question should be, which sound does letter U represent in the word B-U-R-Y? We generally pronounce this word as bury. But let's see. Letter U is represented by the sound, whether it is U, whether it is A, or whether it is A. It may be surprising for many of you, but the pronunciation of this word is not bury, but it is berry. So U, here U is represented by the sound, vowel sound A. Next question is, the letters CH represent dash sound in chemistry. I gave you the answer. So there are 3 options. Whether it is chemistry, the words, the letters CH, whether they are pronounced as k or sh or ch. So whether it is chemistry or chemistry or chemistry, the answer is obviously CH. The sound of CH, the pronunciation of CH is k, and therefore it is pronounced as chemistry. Okay, so the letter CH represent k sound in the word chemistry. Next is, which consonant sound occurs at the final position in the word bridge? Again, I repeat the question, which consonant sound occurs or comes at the final position in the word bridge? Is it D, is it Z, or is it J? It is, the correct answer is J, the final. The letters D, G, E, they together can be pronounced as J. Okay, so it is bridge. Therefore, the sound, final sound is J. Consonant is J. The initial consonant in university, whether it is v or y or h, so it is y. Okay, it is consonant sound y in university. See the pronunciation, see the symbol carefully. Okay, see the symbols of consonants and vowels very carefully. Identify the vowel in mad, whether it is a or whether it is a or whether it is a. Obviously we don't say mad, we don't say made, we say in British English as mad. Okay, so it is a. This sound is, vowel letter is a. Okay. The initial consonant in word think is, see the symbols, whether it is whether it is the or it is t or it is th. See, this theta sound is there, and the correct answer is, the initial consonant in the word thing is C, that is th. Okay, it is not the, it is not t, but it is th. Next question is, which consonant sound the letters ng represent in the word thing? Again I repeat the question, which consonant sound the letters ng represent in thing thing? The consonant sound is ng. Okay, we don't say thing, we say thing. So that ng sound is there. It is not m, it is not n. Please remember, all three of these sounds are called nasal sounds because the air passes through the nasal passage through our nostrils. So the correct answer is thing. Okay, see the symbol. Next question is, the letters that don't get pronounced in spellings or any spelling are called, spelling of a word, are called jumbled letters or loud letters or silent letters. They are called silent letters which don't get pronounced. For example, P, the letter P in psychology does not get pronounced. It is psychology. So P does not get pronounced, and that's why it is a silent letter, silent P. The last question in our language study is, a change from a Roman script to phonetic script is called, means Roman alphabet, or in simple language, change from our ABCD script to phonetic script. That phonetic script means these symbols. Okay, that is called phonetic script. They are international phonemic alphabets. Okay, so that particular change from Roman script to phonetic script is called option A, transcription, or translation, or transference. The answer is transcription. Change from one script to another script, from Roman script to phonetic script, is called transcription. Please remember, there can be many other questions based on this language study. Please read and understand that section in your textbook very carefully. Next question is from the short story, The Open Window. What is the tragedy that Mrs. Stapleton's niece refers to the open window? Basically, this story is a comic story. So, does the tragedy that Mrs. Stapleton's niece refers to is death of Mrs. Stapleton's husband and brothers, B, death of her parents, or death of her sister? So the niece of Mrs. Stapleton refers to death of Mrs. Stapleton's husband and brothers. We later come to know that it is a trick she is playing upon Mr. Nuttall. What is the name of Mrs. Stapleton's niece in the story? Whether it is Leslie or Vera or Martha? The correct option is her name is Vera. She is very intelligent as well as she is a fun-loving kid. Why does Mr. Nuttall run away from the house? Because he is in a hurry. He runs away because he is in a hurry. Because he is afraid of dogs. Or because he sees Mrs. Stapleton's husband coming. Because he sees Mrs. Stapleton's husband coming, whom he supposes is dead some years back, because Vera, Mrs. Stapleton's niece, has told him so, and therefore he considers Mrs. Stapleton's husband and her brothers coming as they are coming, as if they are ghosts. As if they are ghosts, and therefore he runs away as soon as they enter. What does the lover feel about others in Sonnet 29? So now we are in poetry. So now these are mixed questions, please remember. What does the lover feel about others in sonnet number 29? Does he feel pity about others or envy or friendship? So Shakespeare clearly tells that the speaker or the lover feels envy about others. How many lines does a sonnet have? It has 14 lines or 19 lines or 8 lines. So a sonnet obviously always have 14 lines. Next question is from No Men Are Foreign by James Kirkup. The question is, what starves people? Summer starves people, or government of particular country starves people, or wars long winter, as he calls in the poem, starves people. The answer is wars or wars winter starves people, right? What do we defile in war? From the same poem, No Men Are Foreign, the question has come. Do we defile human earth or bee homes or walls? We defile, human beings defile human earth itself in war. Now the next question is from listeners by Walter Delamare. Identify the figure of speech in silent surge softly backwards. Whether it is metaphor or alliteration or onomatopoeia, it is not onomatopoeia, it is not a metaphor, but the answer is B, alliteration, because there is repetition of consonant sound S, silent surged softly backwards. Okay, so because of this repetition of consonant sound S, it is an alliteration. Identify the figure of speech upgathered now like sleeping flowers. You might have guessed by now that this line is from the poem The World Is Too Much With Us by William Wordsworth. So upgathered now like sleeping flowers. The figure of speech is paradox? No. Is it metonymy? No. But it is C, simile. So the figure of speech in this line is simile, because winds are now silent like sleeping flowers. Upgathered means silent, calm, quiet, like sleeping flowers. So winds are compared with sleeping flowers. Next is, where did the stranger keep the gift in a lesson my father taught me? In this particular lesson, the stranger comes and he keeps some gift. He asks little Kalam, but as he is studying, he tells the stranger to leave the gift on some object. So the options are, the stranger keeps the gift or kept the gift on the cot. Does he kept keep the gift in the cupboard or on the table. So the stranger kept the gift on the cot. Why was Kalam's father elected? Yesterday we saw that he was elected as a first member of Panchayat board and then the president of the Panchayat board. Did or was he elected because he was a cunning person? No, not at all. Or because he distributed money like today's politicians? No, not at all. But he was elected because of his nobility of mind, and he was being a good person. He was a good human being. So these two options may come. Okay, nobility of mind and being a good human being. So he was elected. He was elected because of his these major traits. He had a noble mind and he was basically a good human being. Next question, what does the poet want to become in The World Is Too Much With Us? Options are he wants to become a pagan, a nature worshipper, he wants to become a monk, or does he want to become a warrior? So the correct answer is the poet wants to become a pagan, that is he wants to follow the religion of nature worship. Identify the figure of speech in The Sea That Bears Her Bosom to the Moon. Again, this line is from The World Is Too Much With Us. Options are pun, personification, or synecdoche. I'm sorry. The correct answer is personification. The sea that bears her bosom to the moon. Here, the sea has been personified as woman or as beloved who is showing her beauty, to her lover, and therefore this line has personification. What does the poet express his distaste for in The World Is Too Much With Us? What does the poet express his distaste for in the poem The World Is Too Much With Us? Does he express his distaste for nature or simple living? Not at all. He loves nature, he loves simple living. So he expresses his distaste C, that is contemporary civilization of his own time. Okay. Which smell reminded Maxwell of Miss Leslie in the short story The Romance of a Busy Broker? There are three options: the scent or smell of lilac, or rose, or jasmine. And we are told that suddenly he smelled a smell of lilac, and that particular smell reminded Harvey Maxwell, of Miss Leslie. When had Maxwell married Leslie? Leslie reminds him that we have already married. So, is it the previous week, the last or the previous evening, or the previous month? So we know that, as Leslie tells, that they have been married or they had married just the last or just the previous evening. And Maxwell, because of his work, had forgotten it completely. And that's the crux of the story. What is the real name of the writer Saki? Saki has written the story The Open Window. There are three options: Hector Hugh Munro, Sidney Poitier, or Mary Ann Evans. The correct answer is Hector Hugh Munro is the real name of the writer Saki. Saki is his pen name or pseudonym with which he wrote the stories. Sidney Poitier is the real name of O. Henry, and Mary Ann Evans is the real name of the famous novelist George Eliot. What does the poet lament about in The World Is Too Much With Us? What does he lament? Lament means express sorrow. So what does it express sorrow about? What does he lament about? Does he lament about natural calamities or evils of materialism or romanticism itself? So he laments about evils of materialism, how there are bad things because of material things, material world. Okay, so evils of materialism has been or have been lamented in the poem. Who is the poet of No Men Are Foreign? So we know the answer already. He is James Kirkup. Please do not confuse between the poets' names. Okay. No Men Are Foreign is written by James Kirkup. The Listeners is written by Walter de la Mare. The World is Too Much With Us is written by William Wordsworth. The poem No Men Are Foreign is a strong appeal for, is a strong plea for or a strong appeal for war, universal brotherhood or education. So in the poem No Men Are Foreign, No Men Are Strange, the poet appeals for universal brotherhood. All are brothers. All the people in the world are brothers. He says that very strongly. So answer B is correct. Where had Kalam's father gone when the visitor came? We know that he had gone for an evening namaz or prayer. He had not gone for shopping, he had not gone for a walk, but when the stranger came, he had gone for an evening namaz, which is also a prayer. Next question is, why did Kalam's father beat him? We know that in the story he beats him. Okay, he scolds him and he beats him. So what was the main reason? First, because he had a fight in the office. So because he had a fight in the office, in that anger, in that mood, he beat Kalam. Or out of love and concern for little Kalam, or he always used to beat his children. We know that Kalam says that it was the first time in life he beat me, and he beats Kalam because he has love and concern for Kalam. So answer B, out of love and concern, is the correct one. What was there inside the cover of a plate in lesson my father taught me? We know the stranger leaves a plate with a gift wrapping or with a cover. So, was there costly dhoti or money or a wristwatch? The answer is there was a costly dhoti inside that cover of the plate. According to Peacher, the clerk in the story, The Romance of a Busy Broker, Harvey Maxwell seemed to get more and more dash in the story, The Romance of a Busy Broker. There are three options. Is he getting, or does he seem to get, absent-minded or strict or angry? So Peacher says that Maxwell seemed to get more and more absent-minded. Absent-minded also means sometimes forgetful. The world of Maxwell's office was the world of, what was the world of Maxwell's office mean? What was the main thing in his office? Okay, what was the main activity of his office? Was it literature, was it finance, or was it romance? So we know that he was a busy broker, and therefore the world of his office was the world of finance, the world of money, world of economics, basically the world of finance. The last multiple choice question in this session is, what did Maxwell ask Miss Leslie? If she can marry him, A, or B, if she can leave the job, or C, if she can go for a dinner with him. The correct answer is that he asks if she can marry him. We know that he asks it very hurriedly to Miss Leslie because he has no time. Okay, so that was the last question. Friends, please go through this video thoroughly. Also go through your book thoroughly and carefully, because these are practice questions, but obviously they will help you for the exam as well. So share this video with your friends of other colleges as well. There is no problem, and help yourself as well. If you have any problem, if you have any questions regarding these MCQs or regarding your paper optional English, you can always contact me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Subscribe to this channel for further videos. Thank you very much.